We all have something that we're gifted to do. Some of us have been gifted with a message that we are supposed to share with the world. Maybe that's you. And you've been sitting on it and waiting and waiting and waiting. What are you waiting for? You're praying for a breakthrough while you're holding exactly what you need in your hands to unlock it. This is a squad podcast where we fight for her. We're fighting for our healing, our evolution, and our reclaiming. I'm your coach, Coach Tocha Moore. And the truth is, I'm not here for entertainment purposes. I'm here to help you activate the gift that's already in you. Hey, squad. Welcome to today's episode of the Squad Podcast. I'm your girl, your coach, Coach Tocha Moore, your transition midwife, helping you get from stuck and I don't know to pushing past and pushing through to birth the very thing that is inside of you. How are we doing, squad? How's everything going? Hope that all is well with you. How are we doing with our goals? Did we set our intentions? Are we doing the things to reach what we said we want to reach? If not, it's okay. If we are, we're going to give ourselves a big old hug. And if not, that's okay. Clap it up, clap it down. Know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. So this episode is a wake-up call, truthfully and honestly. It's not a call out. I'm not trying to shame you or make you feel embarrassed or any of the things. It's a call up. Maybe you've been waiting for the perfect moment to walk in your purpose. I did that for a very long time. This is your moment. We're talking about the gifts that God has given you. The ones you might have been second guessing, saying, I'm not ready, I'm not sure, who, what, when, where, how, and why. Today, we're going to dive into what that looks like when we don't make the decision to use the gift that we have been given. Because the truth is, y'all, we all have a gift. Something that we are meant to use in this earth, I believe, to change it for the greater good. And so, what is that for you? What is your gift? And are you using it? The truth is, the world cannot afford for you to delay any longer. So let's get to it. Okay, so let me just share with you, this is not about shame. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not using the gift, or, because I know for me, I put a lot of shame around when I wasn't doing what I kind of sort of felt I was called to do, because I quote unquote didn't know how to do it, and all the stories that I was telling myself. And so it's not about guilt. It's not about feeling bad. It's not about any of those things. It is ultimately about growth. Because the truth is, when and if you decide, because it is a decision that you have to make, that you're going to move from where you are to start walking toward what you're meant to have, then you're going to start growing. There's going to be areas in your life that absolutely change because you're making steps toward your purpose. Is everything going to be right every time? No. But there will be baby steps that you take and some big steps that you take toward the growth that needs to happen in you and for you to make you the person that you are always destined to be, and to begin start using the gifts that you've been given. There's so many women that I meet every single day that have amazing stories. And so I want to encourage you that being silent doesn't make you humble. Ultimately, it's what makes the enemy comfortable. As long as he can keep you silent and not sharing, he's comfortable. It's when you start moving. I remember when I decided I was going to write the book. When I tell you, overwhelm and maybe depression, immediately I was like, oh, I can't do this. Absolutely not. And so I told myself, sorry, I never wrote a book. I don't know what to do. Self-published. Is that a thing? Like, whatever. There's a billion books in the world. What difference is mine going to make? And because I had all the doubt, because I'm a doubter, was past tense, the enemy got comfortable. He's like, she's going to stay right here. And I did for years. I knew when I heard I should write the book, and I didn't. probably 3, 4 years. Even now, my book that I'm writing now should have been done when I wrote that one. It's sitting on my table, that's why I said that one. When I wrote that one, I got the idea for the second book. I didn't write it. That's just the truth. And so, not sharing or doing what you're supposed to do, because we're like, oh, I'm just trying to be humble and make sure that makes the enemy comfortable. And that keeps us stuck. You've been praying for the breakthrough and you're sitting on the very thing that will bring it. That book changed my life. It did. It truly did. It allowed me to release things that I needed to release. And it also allowed me to grab a hold of things that I needed to grab a hold of. So what is it that you're sitting on that's the very thing you need for your breakthrough? Second thing I want to talk about. Your gift isn't random. It is purposed. Okay? The gift that you have is not random, y'all. It's not something that was just like, oh, I'm going to throw this over here to her. It was intentionally given to you because you're the one that needs to use it. 1 Peter 4:10 says, each of you should use whatever gifts you have received to serve others. Each of you, every single one of you that are listening, has something that you're supposed to use to serve others. For me, it's my voice, my gift of being able to help people see things that they don't see in themselves. What is it for you? If that gift, that fire, that voice, that book, that business, the vision, it's not just personal to you, it's purposeful for the world. So what is it that you're sitting on that needs to be shared? And listen, when I say with the world, it doesn't necessarily mean the masses. Maybe it does. Maybe it's your circle of friends. Maybe it's your job, your career. Maybe it's your family. Maybe you're supposed to share it with your family. Maybe you're supposed to share it with close friends. Maybe you are supposed to have a podcast. Maybe you are supposed to write a book. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're supposed to teach your children about where you came from. I don't know. But what I do know without a shadow of a doubt is the gift that you have is to be used to help and serve other people. It is. God did not give you the gift for you to hold on to it, put it on the shelf, let it collect dust. He gave you the gift for you to use it to bring light into this world. The gift that I was given was this voice that y'all are listening to. And I realized from a very young age, I was always a talker. My teacher would not even turn around and she would be like, yes, Tasha, because she knew I was going to ask a question. I was always that person that would advocate for the person that didn't advocate for themselves. Was always the person in the group work that they'd be like, Tasha, you talk. And I'm like, I don't want to talk. Even now, I can be in a group setting, sitting silent, not saying one word. And when it comes to, okay, we're going to move and shift and get in a group, and then you're going to share what your group talked about every single time. I kid you not. I'm the one in the group that are like, okay, you can talk. And I'm always like, hey, does anyone else at the table want to talk? Hey, would you like an opportunity to? No, you can do it. Yep, you do it. Y'all, that's a gift. I didn't see it as that as a person. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm always the one talking. And now I'm like, okay, I am the one that's talking. And I enjoy it. The third thing. There are so many excuses that we cling to that keep us from the truth. So we're going to talk about what are the things that are stopping you from moving forward? What are you clinging to that you need to let go of so you can move? We have the I'm not ready. Nobody ever really feels ready. Most of the women that I speak to don't feel ready. Women that I coach do not feel ready. The thing you're supposed to do, your purpose, rarely comes wrapped in what's comfortable. I can honestly say in the beginning, speaking in front of people absolutely was not comfortable. And sometimes, even now, I'm like, no. This is a big room with a whole lot of people. But every single time I get the opportunity, there's something that comes out of me that I did not even know was there. And that's like every time. I'm like, oh, where did that come from? Wow. Who is she? Most times. So I'm just going to encourage you. Start where your feet are. If one of them's up and one's down, so what? Start anyway. No one that I know of, maybe someone did. If you did, please share with me that you did and how you did it. Most people don't feel ready to do what they're called to do. Even now, I have to talk to myself along the way to say, you got this, you can do this, you are capable of this. But do I always feel like, yeah, I'm about to do that in everything? No. And some things I'm like, okay, that's the natural progression of what I should be doing, but not every single time is it that way. There are often times where I'm just like, I have no idea how to do this. And it's very uncomfortable. And so I have to encourage myself along the way every day to walk in whatever it is that I'm being asked to do, even though I may not feel quote unquote ready. And I will add this to that. Most times I found out I'm more ready than I thought I was. Not every time. Sometimes I get in there and I was like, yeah, I was not ready. But then there are other times that I get in there and I'm like, man, I knew a little more than I thought I did. When I sit in a meeting with a mentor or somebody who's showing me how to do whatever it is, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to embark on this. For me, I like to find a mentor, to find somebody to say, hey, they've done this. Let me see if I can pay them for their time, set them for lunch, whatever it is, to have them help me do the thing that I'm doing. And more often they're like, you're ready. I remember I had an amazing coach, Nana B. Matthews, love her so much. And I hate to be in her program. And she was like, you are ready. And I was like, no, I didn't know. She was like, girl, do not. You are capable of doing everything that you have said you want to do. You got it. And so as much as I loved her coaching and it was amazing and it was great, it also showed me sometimes I'm more prepared than I think I am. Maybe that's the case for you. But you won't know unless you start moving toward it. Okay? We say someone else is already doing it. For me, oh my gosh, there's so many podcasts already. Why would I start another one? Because no one has my voice. No one has your voice. No one has your story. No one has your angle. You're not meant to copy what somebody else is doing. What you are purposed to do is specifically assigned to you. It's unique. You're carrying something original, whether you feel like it is or not. The squad is for women to feel seen, heard, and understood. And for them to realize they can fight for her. Maybe there's other podcasts that are doing it. I don't know. I tell people all the time, there's only one Tocha Moore. There's only one you. Maybe there's another Tocha Moore somewhere in the world. But she's not me, and I'm not her. I hear all the time women that I coach, oh, well, I don't have a platform. Your voice is the platform. That book, platform. That business, platform. That job, that smile, that laugh, platform. Social media, platform. I'm not on social media. Don't use it then. Whatever you're meant to do, Walmart, platform. Job, platform. Church, platform. Wherever you go is a platform. When we get so focused on I don't have a space and a place to do it, I think we're looking for the wrong outcome. My first platform was going live on Facebook from my car to encourage people during the day. Have a wonderful day. Was it a stage? No. It was what I was called to do in that moment. And so I did it. Who cares about a platform? Sometimes we're, oh, I don't have an audience. My children are my husband. When I got into real estate, my audience was them. Y'all sit on this couch and listen to me do my listing presentation. Ask me questions like you're a buyer. My friends, listen to this. Tell me how it sounds. Whether it ever reached anywhere else or not, me walking in the obedience that God had called me to is always the goal. What happens after that is in his hands and his control. Okay? Fourth thing, I'm still healing. Valid. And you can still be healing and walk in purpose. You can still be limping and get to the other side of the room. Now, I'm not saying we bleed all over people. No. But if you're waiting to be completely perfect or completely not still dealing with something, you'll never move because we're always dealing with something. It's what I call the breaking and building. Gonna build in one area, it's gonna break you in another. We talked about that before. It's continual. It's not just one thing. And healing is gradual. It takes time. And so if you're waiting to be completely done with a thing, there's going to be something else after that thing. And the truth is, whatever you're going through should not silence you. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you're going through should not silence you. It actually shapes the message that you have. All the things has shaped the message and the voice that I have because of the things that I've gone through. The enemy wants you to think that you have to be perfect and polished. Whoever you're supposed to serve, they're waiting on your real, raw, still healing, still rising self. When on those lives, y'all, I used to boo-hoo cry on so many of them. And at that time, I had a social media person, and she was like, that is what resonates the most with people. When you cry, you get the most views on those videos. I'm a crybaby anyway, but it was just me being real and raw about where I was and the struggles that I was having. Same thing I'm doing on here with you. I struggled with understanding that I had a gift and that I had a purpose and that I needed to share that with other women to encourage them that they have one, you have one too. The last thing that I hear all the time, what if they don't listen? What if I don't have an audience? If you have one, that is an audience. We get so consumed with numbers and how many people and how many tickets. I say, if there are 3 people in the room, 1 person in the room, I know there's going to be 1 because my mama going to be in the room if she can. Okay? My mother is going to be in the room if she can be in the room. So I'm going to have at least 1. And I'm going to treat and serve that 1 as if it was 10,000. Do you hear me? I don't care if but 1 person buys from you. You service them as if they're your 100th customer. I don't care if but 1 person tunes in. Give your whole heart to that 1. We get so consumed with the many, we forget that Jesus went and got the 1. Go get the 1. The 1 woman that you're supposed to speak life into. The 1 woman that needs to hear your story so she realizes she can change too. Go find the 1. Because the 1 will listen because you have what they need. Your job is never the applause. It's always the obedience. Somebody's freedom is on the other side of your faithfulness. Somebody is waiting on you to walk in it so they can be set free from whatever is holding them back. For a while, I stayed silent about my story and my struggle with me wanting to ultimately end my life because I felt a lot of shame around it. And I don't even remember honestly who I was talking to. And one day I just felt compelled and led to share that. And I did. And whoever the woman was, I remember this part. She just looked at me and was like, you wanted to end your life? I said, yeah, I just felt like my daughter at the time would be better off without me. And there was just so much going on. And I honestly just told myself I wanted sleep. She looked at me and said, I never in a million years thought that you would say something like that because your life seems so perfect and like you have everything all together. And she was like, for you to share that helps me know that everyone's going through something. And now I'll share with you that I battled and I the same, like wanting to commit suicide. And we both just teared up. And so it was just a beautiful moment that I was able to just say, like, this is my truth. And from that, she was like, oh my goodness. Same, a whole lot of shame around losing my apartment and my car and all the things. And one day at church, a lady walked in and said, "Hey, can I just sit here and pray?" And we were having practice with the little kids, and we let her sit there. And I felt led again to share my story because I didn't know what she was going through. And she was like, "I'm going to sit right here, and if God doesn't answer me, but I'm going to go do what I have to do." And so I can remember being where she was. How am I going to pay these bills? How am I going to do? I might have to do this. I might have to do that. And she said, and I just looked at her and said, "The one thing I know that God is a God of provision." And she was like, "How you going to tell me that?" And I'm like, "Because I've been through that." And she looked at me and I told her I had lost my car in my apartment. And we both cried at this point. And she said, "I need money to pay my light bill." I said, "And God is a God of provision. And maybe your lights get turned off today, but I can take you to the Dollar Tree to get you some candles." Like maybe I don't know what will happen. And I know that God has everything in his hands. And so I just began to share with her what happened to me. I lost all these things, and God is a God of me, a full circle God, and he restored all of those things better than what I had before. And so in that moment when I lost all that, I stayed silent on those stories for a very long time, and I almost gave up. Started coaching, didn't have a whole lot of coaching clients sign up at first. Started in real estate, took me 6 months to have my first sale. So many people were coming in. Okay, so I was like, "I don't have one yet." Almost gave up. But that was a part of my purpose, y'all. It was a part of what I was meant to do. And then I went on to coach real estate agents. Had one of them double back to me and take me out and had bought me a gift. And I was like, "What in the world is this?" And she said, "I want you to know I promised myself that when I got on my feet and I started picking up traction, that I would come back to you because you taught me so much. You helped me see things inside of me that I didn't know were there." Y'all, I had no idea that that was what I was meant to do every day of my life, to encourage women like you. You have everything you need to get where you're meant to be. All you have to do is trust that you'll get there and start walking toward it. And I'm a firm believer that if it's not where I'm supposed to go, God's going to show me. But you got to walk towards something, though. And some days I have to show up messy. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're so..." No, I'm not. This week, Bruce has been so difficult. It has. Family tragedy happened to a really good friend of mine. And that was really hard, and just trying to be there for her. And personal things with family members, crazy stuff with insurance. You name it, it probably happened this week. Sometimes you have to show up messy. Sometimes you have to show up with the weight, feeling weighted. And God still pushed me today. Truth is, recording this last minute and knowing that I still have to do it. Because y'all, guess what? This is my 25th episode. 25. What? I had some balloons I bought. I can't even find them. I don't know where they are. But that's okay. 25. 25. It's our 25th episode, and I'm so excited. Even in moments along the way on this journey, I wanted to be like, let me just stop. Let me go to bi-weekly. No, I'm showing up for y'all every single week because that's what I said I was going to do. And man, the responses and the texts and the DMs, and then I had a young lady who gave me an idea for it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, you should talk about this." And I'm like, "Absolutely. Yes." Y'all, it's been beautiful. It's been fun. It's been great and amazing, but it doesn't mean I show up perfect every time I don't. The truth is, you are not waiting on God. He's waiting on your gifts. And the longer you sit on your gift, the longer somebody else sits in bondage because they're waiting on you. Use the gift that you have been given. Have you ever given someone a gift and you're waiting to see them? Like, I love purses. I love bags. You're waiting to see them like wear the earrings, carry the purse. God is doing that same thing with you if you're sitting on the gift that He gave you. He is sitting there literally watching, like, is she going to use it today? Is she going to do it today? Maybe today. Maybe it'll be today. Every day that you sit on the gift is another day that someone doesn't get the breakthrough that they need because you're holding the gift in your hand. Gifts are meant to be given away. What are you doing to give your gift away? What are you doing to serve the people that you're supposed to serve? So, as always, I like to challenge you over here. So the question, reflection of the week is, what's the one thing that you're hiding behind? And what truth do you need to replace it with? What's the one excuse, the one thing that you're hiding behind? And what truth do you need to replace it with? If this episode serves something you don't sit on it, share it. Tag this episode to a sister who you know needs to hear it. Ensure that you like, subscribe, follow so that you are always in the know and what is going on with Combat Ready and the squad. Tag a sister who you know is gifted and she's hiding. We're not playing hide and go seek no more, y'all. We gotta start walking in the purpose that we have that's already in us. And if you're ready to go deeper, join my coaching circle. You can connect with us at TochaMoore.com. That's TochaMoore.com. And let's set up a session for us to strategize what your next step might be. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's something else. Let's have a chat so we can see. Remember, you were not created to shrink. You were created to show up, and you were absolutely created to fight for her, because that's what we do around here in the squad. We fight for her. Your healing, your evolution, and your reclaiming. Y'all have an amazing rest of your week, day, wherever you are. I will see y'all next week. Please go use your gift. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Your gift was never meant to be locked inside you. It's meant to serve someone, heal someone, and activate someone.